From your fantastic weekend and a holiday. Today is Tuesday, May 26th, and today is about a character that I absolutely love, and it's about a jar of money. So I want to introduce, it's about Pigeon today. So the question is about this little guy who has a couple different coins in his jar. So we're going to go right into the question. I wish he could come with us, but he's not going to be in the slide. So you ready? Pigeon has 48 dimes and 175 pennies and 92 nickels. So just looking at this, I can already tell that this might be an interesting problem. All right, how many coins does he have? Very simple question today, and it's going to be really similar to what we did on Friday. I know that was a long time ago, but you can always go back and check that video out if you're not sure. So let's hop right into it. We're going to do our retelling today, so you should remember the character, which you already know because everyone loves Pigeon. And now you need to just make sure you're looking at the different coins and how much. So the 48 dimes, 175 pennies, 92 nickels. So it might be a little bit difficult. Just try your best. Your numbers don't need to be exactly on point. If you can get 90, but you can't get 92, just give it your all. So right now we're going to go right into our retelling. I'm going to cover the question. And you're going to press pause. I'm going to press pause. Let's go. Awesome. Now we're going to go right into this part where I love. We talk about the question, we talk about the problem, we underline and we highlight and we do all this. CGI sheet number 40. So make sure you're open to that correct page. Read the problem. Make sure we're on the right thing. Pigeon has 48 dimes, 175 pennies, and 92 nickels. How many coins does he have? Now you're going to pause and read it to me. Awesome. Now, let's get going. We're going to circle the information we know, which is the key numbers and the units. We have a couple different ones going on here already right in that first sentence. Pigeon has 48 dimes, 175 pennies, and 92 nickels. Nothing in that second sentence, so we're going to go right into you for underline the question. Right there, how many coins does he have? And then you have to box what they're asking you for. So what I circled or boxed for you was the word coins. And I know you know this because Miss Hildebrand has been teaching you about coins, that you know that dimes, pennies, and nickels are all coins. Coins like dimes. Oh, I don't think I have a nickel. I do. Dimes, nickels, and pennies are all coins. So you kind of need to figure out what they're asking you to do here. But before that, let's go into our more or less than question. Does he, Pigeon, have more or less than 175 coins? So right now you need to pause and tell me why you think he has more than 175 coins or less than 175 coins. Hold on, wait. Sorry, we're going to pause and then you're going to tell me why. All right, now that you're done explaining, now we can go on to the next page. But make sure that you're remembering this. I'm actually going to go back to this page real quick before we go to make sure you understand. Dimes, pennies, and nickels are all coins. So if they're asking for how many coins does he have, what do you have to do to all three of those numbers? Which you're going to actually use this page to explain to me what you need to do. Make sure this whole first page is filled out. And then after you watch my videos, you can even watch this you can fill out the second page. I'll see you in a little bit.
Alright, so with this one is about Pigeon. He has 48 dimes, 175 pennies, and 92 nickels. Again, I said this yesterday, but I want to repeat it again, that if they give you three numbers, you really want to zoom in and see what the question is asking you, because they can twist and turn this question into anything they want. Today's question is how many coins does he have, but a trickier question would be like how many more pennies does he have than dimes? How many more dimes and nickels does he have than pennies? And that gets really complicated. So really make sure you're understanding the problem. This one is kind of easy today of how many coins does he have. Well, we know that dimes are coins, pennies are coins, and nickels are coins. So these are all coins. Which makes it easy because they want to know how many he has. And they're all coins, so what you need to do is add them together. Again, yesterday I showed you that this is probably what I will see. And I don't want you to do this way, but I do want to show you why it's so complicated. If I were to do it like this, you can mess up anywhere around this, and it's just too many numbers together. So I can do it, but then I would take it step by step. All right, I can know that I can make a 10 right here. So 8 plus 2 was 10, so 10 and 5 is 15. Make sure you're still carrying and rebundling so that you can put up there. Trying to find another group of 10. Oop, that's 10. So 9 and 1 is 10. That's 17, because 10 plus 7 is 17. Now we need to add 4 more. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This one's tricky because we've never had to carry a bigger number than 10. So if you're carrying a number that's bigger than 10, same thing still goes. Your 1's place still goes here. Your 10's place still goes up here. So now you're carrying a 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. And again, this is why I would not do this way unless you really have a lot of practice. Or I want you to just make sure that you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe this is your last method and you're just trying it out. But what I would do and what I want you to do is take the smaller two numbers first. Add those together. So that's 10, 9, 10, 14. That gave you a nice round number. Now you're going to add that last number. And that was so much easier to do than over here with the carrying the 2, and then like there's just too many numbers. This is just very jumbled. This was very well done. Your answer here was great. This was so much easier to add together. So I would suggest this. You can do it in any way that you want. Just make sure when you're doing it, you have all your numbers and you're crossing off or you're checking off as you're adding them. You can do it this way, which means you would do this number, and then you would need to get that answer and then add this number. That's fine. Or you can do it flip-flopped, where you add these two, get the answer to that, and then add this one to the bottom. But just make sure that you have all three numbers that you are using. But I would suggest that you do this method where you're doing the two smaller numbers first and then add the bigger number. But if you do all of these, you should still get the same answer. Still got the same answer here. Good. Still same answer here. Doesn't matter which way you flip-flop it, you should still get the same answer overall.
Alright, now that you watched my video, I know I was actually talking a lot in that video, but I feel like I'm always trying to teach you more and more. And I really hope you understood that we're always looking for the easiest ways to do it for you. And that can be either adding all three together, but I really think adding those smaller numbers together is always going to be your easiest way. So your number sentence should look anything like this on the bottom, and your word sentences pigeon has 315 coins in all. Absolutely awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow.